600 files, gray cubicle walls, buzzing fluorescent lights overhead. No windows on my side of the office, just the sound of nonstop phones ringing. It was 2006, and I worked as an asset manager for a major bank, managing up to 600 REO property assets every day. I reviewed each file, assigned agents, ordered repairs, listed homes for sale, fielded offers, countered back, and followed up every single one of the closings. It was endless. I clocked in at 7, I clocked out at 3:30, and I did it all over again. The smell of burnt coffee drifted into the break room. Keyboards clacking nonstop. Co-workers, 95% women, arguing about the blinds as the sunlight lit half the office while my side stayed dim. That was my world. I sat buried in files, spreadsheets, but my mind was somewhere else. I kept thinking about Crazy Entertainment, about the spin-off Kayatick, about the music and the designs I once built. Then I snapped back. Another phone call, another property, another counteroffer. After work, I go home to a quiet apartment. Drop my keys on the counter, heat up some leftovers maybe, turn on Charter cable, watch The Wire, or The Sopranos, or see a movie that I've seen over and over again. It was easier to escape to someone else's story than admit that I wasn't living my own anymore. I was co-parenting my son, broke, and carrying a sadness I couldn't explain. I didn't tell anyone. Not my family, not my friends. I just buried it deep, convincing myself, this is adulthood. You work, you pay bills, you survive. Then, one day, it happened. I was at my desk talking to a coworker. He used to tour and sell merch, and we were swapping stores. I told him about Crazy Entertainment, the record label, and Kayatick, the clothing line that I tried to start. He looked at me and said, "Why don't you bring it back?" He connected me to a graphic designer. A week later, that designer sent me 20 logo designs. I printed them out, spread them across my desk, and passed them around the office. People circled their favorites. Coworkers who barely knew me said, "This one's clean," or "Nah, that was not it." The logo we picked is still the logo we use today. It sounds small, but it lit something in me. After years of silence, seeing those designs and feeling people react, it reminded me who I was. It reminded me of what I had buried. From there, I went all in. 10 shirts, 10 songs, 10 videos. Music, fashion, visuals. A media company before I even had the language for it. We shot at Venice Beach. I rented cameras. The graffiti artist brought his crew. My cousin showed. The one from my music group, The New Legends. My mom showed up. The co-worker who connected me with the designer brought his brother. Photographers, friends from work. It felt like a little community again. The sound of spray cans. Music from the portable speaker. Strangers stopped to watch. We painted all day long until the Kayatick logo stretched bold across the wall. I stood there and thought, yeah, I'm back. We filmed it all day, uploaded it to YouTube. Back then, I didn't even know how the algorithm worked. The video got maybe 2,000 views. Not viral, but it didn't matter. It was my first real finished project in years. Proof that I was building again. Kayatick started as t-shirts and hoodies. But soon, every design had its own song. And every song had its own video. 10 designs, 10 tracks, 10 visuals. That's a full album with branding tied into it. I used to think success was fame, record deals, millions of views. But sitting in that cubicle taught me something different. Success is finishing. It's creating something that didn't exist yesterday, even if nobody's watching. I never quit, because once you feel that spark, the logos, the wall, the shirts, you can't go back to burying it. Every project became proof. This is who I am. Looking back now, that was the blueprint for Kayatick Styles. Music, visuals, storytelling, merch. It was all there from the start. I just didn't see it yet.